I'm gonna build up the RPMs and see if we could break this transmission. Welcome back to Garage Matters. Today I'll be doing a 1-week follow-up on my transmission drain and fill. Now last week I finally got around to changing the transmission fluid on this 2010 Nissan Frontier. This Frontier has over 145,000 miles and it was the first time I've ever changed the transmission fluid. And the reason why I want to do a follow-up to this video from last week is because some people have been telling me that if you change the transmission fluid, if you never changed it before, you might end up causing the transmission to leak and start slipping. And I'm happy to report that this transmission has operated flawlessly. But you don't have to take my word for it. Come on over here and let me show you. Now normally y'all see me wearing gloves and coveralls. I'm not planning on doing any work today. That's why I have this cardboard down here. So let's crawl underneath this vehicle so I can show you the drain plug. Now here's a close-up of this drain plug. It's still nice and dry from last week, so we know that it's properly torqued. And now it's time to hit the road. Now one of the main concerns about changing your transmission fluid, if you've never changed it before, is that you run the risk of losing all those fine little deposits that have been grinded throughout the years. So those deposits, those little metal shavings, some people believe that those actually help your transmission grab the gears and continue working properly. So if you never changed your transmission fluid out before and you drain all that out, you kind of run the risk of losing all of that friction in your gears when you fill it back up with new transmission fluid. So that's the reason why sometimes your gears might end up grinding or not going into gear. Now this part of the highway, it looks like it's going downhill, so I'm just gonna kind of speed up and then let off the gas, and I just want to see if the transmission is going to downshift on its own. Well, it seems like there's no issues at all. The transmission downshifted, and I didn't feel any issues at all with this transmission. Alright, so this is where we're at. We're gonna pull out of this parking lot and then go out here and then just go up this hill right here, and then we're just gonna floor it up this hill and then just see how well this transmission does as far as shifting through its gears, and then we'll go up the hill and then go back down the hill, and we'll just see how this car does. All right, let's see what she's got. All right, so as you can tell, looks like there's no issues with this transmission grinding gears. Alright, so we're at our next test location. We'll see how well this truck does when it comes to upshifting. We're gonna go from about 0-60. Alright, so it seems like this truck has no issues upshifting or downshifting. Right now I'm just off throttle and just letting the truck idle along, and seems like it's got no issues at all. We'll give it another hit and see what happens. We're at our next location. We're gonna try this again. I'm gonna build up the RPMs and see if we could break this transmission. So once again, no issues with this transmission. Everything works as advertised, and it looks like even though I drained this transmission fluid out for the first time with 145,000 miles, has no ill effects on this transmission. And with the last run back there, I'm not sure if these microphones were able to pick up the audio of me spinning the tires back there. I was spinning the tires for maybe about 2 or 3 seconds. I didn't want to go too crazy, but this truck does have a lot of torque when it comes to towing power. And if you're curious on how this truck performs when it comes to towing, I've towed up to around 6,000 pounds with this truck, no issues. Has plenty of power and plenty of torque. But I will say, once you get on an interstate, and if it happens to be a windy day, you want to make sure you slow down, because this truck only weighs around 4,400 pounds and it's not that heavy. So you have 6,000 pounds back behind you. truck's gonna feel like it's going all over the place. A full-size pickup truck will make doing those jobs feel a whole lot safer. And having this old 4-liter V6 made it to a 5-speed transmission definitely hurts the wallet when you're trying to get places. Now with all the articles that I've read and all the advice that people have given me not to do this drain and fill, I really can't say that my personal experience has been a bad experience. For some reason, my truck Rudy right here has done everything I've asked it to do in the past, and it seems like it's gonna keep doing everything I'm gonna ask from it in the future. And remember, join us next time on Garage Matters and hit that like and subscribe button.